Hey, set. Round 80. Round 80. Wrap.
On first down, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 out, ball. 54. You don't want none of that. Big grip.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Shoot.
On 2nd down now. It's Drake, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back, let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now Jones, the open man here, Renfro. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Drake. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 20-yard touchdown. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And now out comes Houston. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, Gore. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL, but Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
Wait, that, wait, line 36. You got nothing. You got nothing. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Brady. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 30.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Coming in. Go.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards on each of the last two plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
56.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On second down, it's Drake. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now on second down, this is Gore. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Gore. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Brown, 64 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that's certainly qualified. Oh, this is blocked. The Browns have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
And that one gets blocked. There's simply nothing simple about trying to execute the PAT in some snow.
No, absolutely not. We saw Exhibit A of it right there.
You know, one thing that's going to be happening in the game now, the analytics side is going to get involved about what it takes, what the percentages are in the snow, what it's going to be like in the rain. All those things are going to come into play. You may see people decide to go for 2 more often if you have inclement weather.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Drake. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Jones on third down. It's caught. Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On first down, Drake. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Eluding the pressure right. This is Shepard on the catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line. Check 15. Check. Echo. 50's the mark. 50's the mark.
Jones now throwing on first down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Jones now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Out.
Jones going to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Hey, high 7. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Fresno. Kill. Now. Smooth. Mike 50. Now.
On first and 10, Jones. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second and goal, Jones hit and the ball's out. Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
218, chopper.
Operating from the gun, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field.